it's Pen Pal Leslie, and I'm back again with another Pen Pal with me video. For today's video, I'll be writing my response to Dumijia. Dumijia is one of my pen pals from China. I received a letter from her in February, and I only got to start writing my response to her this June. It's not surprising that once again I'm late with my responses. This is something that I always mention in every video of mine, where every letter I write is a late response. I'm really trying my best to respond to every letter I receive these past months as soon as I can. Fortunately, my summer break has begun, therefore giving me ample time to get back on track with snail mailing. The theme for today's letter is vintage with red and black as its main colors. I was inspired to do a vintage theme letter today since I've been watching a lot of Pen Pal with me videos that have the vintage theme. I also wanted to start using some of the stationery items gifted to me by a friend since I haven't really used all of them yet. The stationery items she gifted me all fit the vintage theme, which is perfect for the letter I'll be writing for today. I opted for red and black as the main colors because I rarely have letters that have the colors red and black on them. In fact, vintage is the theme I don't use on my letters that much as I find it very intimidating. Most of the vintage theme letters I see online are so gorgeous and intricate, which makes me feel like I can't do vintage theme letters because I think I'm not creative enough to do them as pretty as the ones I see online. However, I'm trying to break out of that way of thinking by using it in today's letter. The letter Dumijia wrote for me was so beautiful. The envelope design was full of decorations, and I love how the stamps harmonize with it. She was incredibly generous too with the goodies, which is something I'm greatly thankful for. She gave me a lot of stickers and memo pads. She also gave me this postcard with gorgeous digital artwork on it. She even made a cute drawing on the back of it that includes ingredients for mini pumpkin pies. If you're watching this video, Dumijia, know that I'm extremely grateful for your wonderful letter and the goodies you gave me. Dumijia mostly talked about her home in her letter. While I was reading her letter, a thought popped up in my head that kind of stuck into my mind. Her letter made me wonder how people see their home and how they would describe it. For me, I never really felt like I ever had a place that I can call home. People mostly refer to the house that they live in as their home, but I never really see mine in that way. I live in my hometown almost throughout my life, but it just never gave me that feeling of a home. I always envision a place that I can call home as somewhere I can always seek solitude and comfort. I see it as a personal sacred space of mine where I don't feel trapped within its walls and instead feel safe and secure. I'd like to think that I'm still looking for a place I can call my home. I may not know where my home is right now, but I know that someday I'll find it. Trying to cut the sticker frame from this sticker book was difficult. It took me a lot of time before I was able to get it out of the sheet. It also annoyed me a little bit since my cut wasn't perfect. In all honesty, I much prefer sticker flakes than sticker sheets. I just don't like how sticker sheets occupy a bigger space, and I think it's a little wasteful since more paper and plastic are being used for the sticker sheets. A sad event happened just last month. Our country's main post office building has been completely burned down due to a fire incident. The news said that the fire was caused by some car batteries that had been left in the storage room. I remember being woken up by my mom where she told me the news about it. It made me worried because I thought that all of the mails I sent around that time were caught in the fire. Luckily, I only sent one letter and one parcel around that time. I still don't know if the letter I sent that day was safe from the fire, but I do know that the parcel I sent was safe since it reached my boyfriend. The whole event is just unfortunate because that building is named as one of our country's historical buildings. It has been there for decades now, and it's just sad to see it be completely destroyed by this incident. I'm now done with writing the letter, so now I'm writing my answers to the questions Dumijia asked me in her letter. One of the questions she asked me was my favorite dessert. My favorite dessert is ube halaya, which is a Filipino dessert made from purple yams mixed with coconut milk or condensed milk and butter. It's my favorite because of how balanced the sweetness and the taste of the yams are. The purple yams complement well with the sweet ingredients, and it's the dessert that I will never get tired of eating. Another question she asked was if I prefer cats or dogs more. I answered the question honestly and said that I could never choose between these two adorable, precious animals. I always had dogs as pets, but cats always steal my heart. I talked about Ginger, my cat, in my first video, and he was the only cat pet I ever had. I don't remember if I talk about my dogs, but just in case, I currently have 2 dogs named Kurt and Baymax. I've been seeing them more now since it's my summer break and I get to stay here at my parents' house for longer periods of time. They seem to miss me a lot, and I'm just glad to be able to see them more often now that I get more free time. My boyfriend, on the other hand, prefers cats more than dogs. He's literally a cat person, as he has 5 cats and has always had cats as his companions throughout his life. It's pretty cute since whenever he interacts with his pets, he always acts with a motherly voice with them. If there is an animal I can describe myself as, I'd say probably both a cat and a dog. A cat because a lot of people often say that I look like a cat and act like one at first, but once you get close to me, I show my dog persona where I'm really clingy and hyper as a dog. It's actually the same for my boyfriend. He mostly has a cat personality at most times, but he has a little bit of a dog persona too because of his loyalty. I guess if there's a dynamic to describe our relationship, we probably have the black cat and golden retriever dynamic one. We both inhibit the personalities of a black cat and a golden retriever. I'm now finished with writing my answers to Dumijia's questions. I was thinking of adding a bit of washi tape as a decor, but I realized that there isn't that much space left, so I decided to just leave it be. Dumijia gave me a playlist, so I thought to return the favor. My taste in music mostly revolves around the genres indie, alternative, and electronic. The song that I can't get enough of at the moment is probably Greek Tragedy by the Wombats. I actually first heard the famous remix of it before the original song. The remix of it is really famous in TikTok, and since I usually watch TikTok videos on YouTube, I then heard it being used and I was just hooked. I much prefer the original version though. The playlist is probably my second favorite part of the mail. The letter is definitely my first favorite since the whole point of snail mailing is connecting to her pen pals. But as a music lover, I'm always interested to listen to the songs recommended to me in their playlist. I feel like I get to know the person more when I learn about the type of songs and artists they listen to. In fact, Dumijia is the first pen pal who has sent me a playlist. I was really happy when she sent me one since it's a window of opportunity for me to talk about what we like in terms of music, which is a topic I always enjoy having with people. After writing and decorating the playlist, I'll be using this Charlie Chaplin ephemera to write my questions to Dumijia. Whenever a pen pal of mine sends me questions, I also ask them my own set of questions too, as I think it will be a good way to know them better. Also, it can open up another topic for us to discuss. As you may have observed in the videos I've uploaded, I usually use a pen with a thick tip on it. I talked about wanting to change my pen in my previous video and I had changed it. I was using the G2 Pilot Gel pen with a 0.7 tip. I wanted to change into another pen since it smudged a lot and I just don't like how my handwriting looked when using it. I'm now using the Pilot G-Tech pen with a 0.3 tip on it. I really love using this new pen as it doesn't smudge and it makes my handwriting look quite presentable. As Dumijia sent me a postcard with an ingredients list for mini pumpkin pies in her letter, I thought I'd send her a recipe for French toast. French toast is one of my favorite breakfast meals as not only are they delicious but they're also super easy to make. I recently tried a chocolate strawberry crepe and it was so delicious. I wanted to go back to that crepe shop. I went to order again, but this time I'll be adding some whipped cream and ice cream on it. I'm a huge sucker for strawberries and I highly stand by the fact that chocolate and strawberry is the best combo you can ever get. Nothing beats the tanginess of strawberries mixed with rich and milky chocolate. I'm now decorating the front of this mini sort of pocket envelope where I'll be putting my goodies in. Dumijia gave me a lot of goodies in her letter, so I wanted to return the favor to her. I started reading The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald last night. I'm in chapter 2 right now, and I'm excited to see how the story will unfold through the following chapters. I can't give any proper judgments yet about the book since I just started reading it, but there is one statement told by Nick that I like. In the beginning of the book, he talked about his father telling him this advice. Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, just remember that all people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had. The advice of Nick's father to him gave an impact to me, which is a pretty strong opening for a book, since it was the first thing talked about. I really love that quote since it made me remember that I need to always be kind to myself and to refrain from constantly judging without understanding the circumstances people are put into. Now that I'm done with the contents of the letter, it's time to start decorating the envelope. I really can't wait to use up the envelopes I have that have this size and design. I find it very limiting as I can't decorate it as much as I wanted to. I always like using catalog envelopes since they're spacious and give me more freedom to decorate it. I changed the position where I put this fragile sticker of mine on the back of the envelope. I realized that I can add more decoration when I place it like this, and I think it looks a lot better when it's placed like that. Here is me now adding all the decor I want to put in on the back of the envelope. This was pretty fun to do actually. And since we're done with the envelope decor, we can now add everything inside it. This is the first time in my videos where I showed my process of writing a letter that has additional content on it. As Dumijia sent a lot of add-ons to her letter, I want to make it up to her by doing the same. I think this is the video that has taken me the longest time to edit as my video editor app has been having a lot of problems. I'm honestly just glad that I finally finished this video as it took me more than a week to edit all of the footage and write the voiceover script. It also didn't help that I almost didn't have any storage left in my laptop. a difficult time trying to fit all of the contents of the letter inside the envelope as it's really small. This is another reason why I much prefer catalog envelopes since they're quite spacious. But yeah, that concludes everything. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please know that I appreciate it a lot. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you'll take the time to leave a like and a comment in this video. You can see more of my videos by subscribing to my channel and more of my content by following me on Insta at pampo.leslie. Have a lovely day.